in my pocket. Look at the flex. Yeah. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess. It's not a finesse. Boy, you stop it quiet. If it's new, I didn't got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers.
John Brown set to kick off.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jones on 1st and 10. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of so when you've got to find a way to hold them under 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24 or 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Noah Fant. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And right side, Henry's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
44-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now it's Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Point forward, though. He's got to still make the right throws. I've seen guys in this league and win. He's got to understand. Put it behind you. Keep pressing forward.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. On first down, Justin Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. An update from Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run here with Swift. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5.
Throwing Jones. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pick.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Kenneth Murray. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. is not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. He gets it left side to Johnson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jones forced out to his left. It's complete to Parker, left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Giants going to go ahead and first to their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Jones now on first down. Flush to his right. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they'll burn the timeout with left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Giants 21, Chargers 10.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. An incredible. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. This will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On third down, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
From the gun, Herbert. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing the...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the gun on third down, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Flushed out right. That is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. That's complete right around the 8. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the 50, here's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and short.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here is Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
5-yard line. The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Now Jones, off play action, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
They were looking for Johnson that time. 3rd down here.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And right side, Henry's got it. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On second down, Eckler, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And Allen's got it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Gafford. And the Giants are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Just shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Swift. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
They use the timeouts here. It's strictly for show.
Number 30.
We got a plane to catch.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Chargers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of